Again, everybody, I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down this week's 40 most played country songs in the USA as they're ranked each week by MediaBase 24/7 for the chart week of January 21st, 2023. I have one debut this week. We'll get to that one shortly. First, here's a recap of last week's top three. At number 3 was Whiskey on You by Nate Smith. Number 2 was What My World Spins Around by Jordan Davis. And the number 1 song last week was the first number 1 country hit for Jelly Roll and Son of a Sinner. Now, can Jelly Roll stay at the top for another week? We'll find out 39 hits from now. First, we'll get started with the latest by Dylan Scott. For the third week in a row, he's at number 40 with Can't Have Mine. And here's the week's only debut. It's the follow-up to his number 1 hit, 5'9". Here's Tyler Hubbard at number 39 with Dancing in the Country. And with one debut, we say goodbye to a song this week, and that's Excuses by Coley Cooper. All right, at number 38, slipping a spot, here's Hailey Whitters and Everything She Ain't. Moving up one to number 37, Carrie Underwood with Hate My Heart. For the third week in a row, Eric Church sits at number 36 with Doing Life with Me. Slipping back 2 spots to 35, here's Matt Stale with Man Made. Moving up one to number 34, 10th week on the chart, here's Zach Bryan with Something in the Orange. Up one to number 33, here's Parmalee with Girl in Mine. From the high point last week at number 28, they dropped back 4 spots to 32. It's Kenny Chesney and Old Dominion, Beer with My Friends. And holding at number 31, 19th week on the chart, here's Randy Houser with Note to Self. In his 13th week in the 40, he moves up 2 to number 30, Dylan Carmichael with Son of A. At number 29, moving up 1, Walker Hayes with Y'all Life. Up 1 to number 28, Scotty McCreery with It Matters to Her. At number 27 for the third week, it's Dan and Shay with You. At number 26, third week in a row, it's Joe Nichols with Good Day for Living. At number 25 for the third week, newcomer Shane Prophet with How It Ought to Be. Dropping back 2 spots to 24, Sam Hunt with Water Under the Bridge. At number 23 for a second week, here's Keith Urban with Brown Eyes Baby. At number 22, up 2 spots, here's Cody Johnson with Human. And sliding back a spot to 21 is Blake Shelton with Nobody. In his 14th week in the countdown, he slips back a spot to number 20, Corey Kent with Wild as Her. At number 19, up 2 spots, here's Bailey Zimmerman with Rock in a Hard Place. For the 4th week in a row, Dierks Bentley sits at number 18 with Gold. For the 3rd week in a row, Parker McCollum sits at number 17 with Handle on You. And sitting at number 16 for the 5th week in a row, it's Brett Young with You Didn't. Slipping back 1 to number 15, it's Hardy and Lainey Wilson with Wait in the Truck. Sliding back a spot to number 14 in their 42nd week on the chart, Zach Brown Band with Out in the Middle. Up 2 spots to number 13, Carly Pearce with What He Didn't Do. The 12th most played song for the 3rd week, it's Lainey Wilson with Heart Like a Truck. And there's a former number 1 tumbling 7 spots to number 11 in his 40th week on the chart. It's Jimmy Allen with Down Home. Right, the first of the 10 biggest hits, here's Luke Combs. He moves up 1 and scores his 16th top 10 country hit with Going, Going, Gone. At number 9 for the 5th week in a row, it's Jason Aldean, and that's What Tequila Does. Here's last week's number 1, tumbling to number 8, Jelly Roll with Son of a Sinner. Leaping 3 spots to number 7 is Morgan Wallen with Thought You Should Know. Well, Morgan has back-to-back hits this week as he sits at number 6 for the 4th week in a row with his former number 1 hit called You Proof. Here's a song showing some serious staying power. It's back up to number 5, the former number 1 hit by Cole Swindell called She Had Me at Heads, Carolina. And leaping 4 spots, the biggest mover on the week, the number 4, it's Gabby Barrett with Pick Me Up. At number 3, moving up 2 spots, here's Kane and Caitlin Brown with Thank God. The second most played song this week, up 1, it's Nate Smith with Whiskey on You. And the number 1 song in country music this week, taking 29 weeks to get here, and this becomes the 5th number 1 country hit for Jordan Davis. This is the second single out of his Bluebird Days CD. It's called What My World Spins Around. I'm Chris. Thanks for listening. See you next week, everybody.